Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the functional trainer low punch. This is a great exercise for anyone doing martial arts, mixed martial arts, or some type of boxing or striking. So the first thing you're going to want to do is set up your cable arm nice and high. So I'd recommend overhead, but I'm just showing you how to move it basically, but you want to make sure that it's overhead. Then your rotation arm, you want that around a 1. That way you're not in the middle of the gym floor and you don't accidentally punch someone. Then you want to choose the appropriate weight. Make sure you start off light and then slowly start to increase the weight every other week or month. Once you have that set up, take a nice little step away from the machine. Make sure that you bring your hands right back to your face and then rotate that back foot while you're doing the punching. So while you're extending your arm, make sure that back foot's slightly rotating. That's a natural position for your hips and legs to be in while you're punching. But before we continue, here's a word from today's video sponsor.
I'm today's video sponsor, and if you'd like help losing fat or gaining muscle, there are a few ways I can help you down below. Either set up a free consultation with us, purchase one of our free affiliate links, or purchase one of our instant access affordable training programs. Can't wait to be of service to you. Now let's get back to the rest of the video.
As you do this, you want to make sure that you're keeping your core tight. That's crucial when you're throwing any punches. Not only for the fact that if you do get punched back, your core is tight and not soft, but also you're able to generate a lot more force when your core is tight and you have stability. The core is used for stability. So if you can try an exercise now, like stand on 1 foot, and then if somebody pushes you, obviously you're going to fall. But if you stand on 2 feet, you're more likely to stay more stable. And that's just proving the point that stability is incredibly important. So make sure that you keep your core tight, because that's what connects your upper body and your lower body. So if that's tight, then you're going to have way more stability than someone who doesn't have their core tight. Another key thing is to make sure that you're breathing out while you're punching. So while your arm is extended, make sure that you breathe out all the air. Because if you do that, you're going to be able to generate more force. That's why you see a lot of boxers or people who do striking, they usually breathe out while they're punching or kicking, because you're going to generate a lot more force doing it that way. Another key thing I want you guys to think about is making sure that you bring your hands right back to your face. You want to, while you're practicing or training, you want to make sure that you're mimicking the proper form as much as possible, so that when it comes time for you to perform or have a fight, it's more natural. It's not something that you have to try to correct while you're there in the heat of it. So while you're training, that's the perfect opportunity you have to perfect the form as much as possible. And doing this exercise specifically is definitely going to help you do that. Another key thing that I want you guys to do is make sure that your feet are around shoulder width apart. That's a very standard foot position for boxing. And make sure that the front foot is slightly at an angle pointing forward. Now here's some common mistakes I want you guys to avoid. Not rotating your torso when you're punching. You're not going to generate any power this way or force. These are basically just arm punches. Also make sure that the opposite arm that you're not punching with is up also. Because again, you have to practice the way you want to perform, and you might as well practice perfectly. Another key thing is to make sure you're fully extending your arm when you're punching. You don't want to shorten your punch. You just make sure that you fully extend. Also make sure that you're not punching straight. Make sure that you're punching downward in a downward fashion with your face rotating as your torso rotates.